Have you ever been sewing along and you know something is not sounding well? You can find out what is going on by taking a look at not just the front, but the back of your fabric. So if you see this mess here, what you're actually seeing, now I do have the same thread in my needle as I do in my bobbin, but if I had, say, black thread in my needle, this all would be black thread. So when this happens, usually people blame it on their tension, and they want to come over here and start messing with the tension. You know what it is? The machine in the top is not threaded correctly. Let me show you just a nice, easy way to correct this problem. Is to unthread your machine, and then what I want you to do is hold on to the top thread with your right hand and bring the thread down through the first groove. And I'm going to even open this up for you here, is where the tension discs actually are. When the thread is not in those tension discs, that's what gives you the big nest of thread on the back of your fabric. I'm going to turn this so you can really see what I'm talking about. So there's two discs in here. If you ever wondered why there's like that separator at the top, people always ask me, which way does the thread need to go, on the left or the right? Well, it actually doesn't matter. If you use a twin needle, one goes on the left and one goes on the right, and each thread gets its own disc. So right now the presser foot is up, but if I touch the down button, you'll see that everything squeezes and this thread gets super, super tight. So for me to achieve this mess, I actually made sure that my thread was not in the tension disc, lowered the presser foot, and then finished threading the machine. And the thread sat outside these discs. Well, when the thread is outside, when the thread goes down and loops around the bobbin, there's all this extra thread that can't get pulled up to make the stitch. So the answer is raise up your presser foot, the tension disc open, and finish threading the machine just like you would normally. But if you give it a little kind of floss as you go, kind of a back and forth floss here to here, this is what makes the machine get all the way deeply threaded into all the correct places. Then when you lower down the presser foot, this is the way to test. If your thread is tight, you know your thread has been placed correctly and your machine will sew smoothly. So give it the little floss test, make sure it's tight, and you're guaranteed to have perfect sewing every time.